YouTube, good morning. So I wanted to talk about a few things, just kind of go over the development process, what I've made so far for this Dialess app. I feel like I'm kind of at a loss of creativity. I'm facing a major roadblock. Like I'm making, it's hard to make an app or a business when you don't have a clear path of what you want it to look like exactly. So as you can see here, some code and stuff, but more importantly, I want to go over what the app looks like right now. So on the right hand side, you can see this is the onboarding page. When you join the app, you'll be greeted with this. Kind of gives you a little overview about the whole purpose of it, right? Like longevity, knowing your Dialess score, joining the movement, all those good things. And I really like this image at the top here. It's so beautiful. Let me show you more, or the full image. It's just so beautiful. Like, isn't this a cool fucking image? Both of they're just so fucking cool. I don't know why, but just something about it is very, very inspiring. Like it's a cool picture. And so I thought, damn, when I saw that, I was like, damn, I gotta include that somehow. So I just threw it up there. I think it looks cool. It's like some abstract gradient art. It's cool. Anyways, that's the onboarding page. More to come with that, right? And then you go to your dashboard. And this is an older picture. It doesn't really look like this too much. I mean, the general consensus will be the same. There isn't the scan button in the bottom left, and the account button is there. I kind of changed things around, which you'll see in a little bit again. But so the whole idea is when you load the app, you're greeted with your dashboard where AI has basically generated this whole submarine overview tailored to you specifically based on your user data. So what I'm thinking is, you feed the AI all your user data, which essentially just means all the food and products you've logged, and then it can make suggestions to you, recommendations, give you insights into what you're eating. Hey, you need to limit this. You need to focus more here. Maybe you can add this in. Um, it'll give you insights, hopefully that things that you wouldn't have thought of, which is I think the whole importance of it, and what I think AI in the future is really about when it comes to nutrition and health is like I'm just envisioning a world where in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, like AI is telling us what to eat based on our data as a human being, like our genetic makeup, our biomarkers, our current status of health, our goals, etc. Like I'm envisioning a world where AI is dictating our diet plan essentially, right? Like I think AI is going to be our nutritionist. Like it makes sense, right? And this is kind of an early tailored version of that. And so as you can imagine, there's so many directions to take this. I'm kind of at a loss of like where to go right now. That's the difficult part for me is the vision isn't really super clear because it's so big. Um, Initially, I've been focusing on these toxins, like the toxicity profile of the food. But I'm thinking I need to incorporate the nutritional quality because I think that's a huge factor that I can't really skip over. Um, but essentially, yeah, this would be your dashboard. You would see an overview of everything you've been eating and certain insights and stuff. And this would all be AI generated, like the insights. So that's pretty cool. And then the second image. So this is what I changed it to recently. As you can see in the bottom, I changed it to three buttons, three pages so far. So on the far right, you have your community social page, you have your dashboard homepage in the middle, and on the far left, you have your log page where you're actually going to track what you've been eating, or it's not just food, supplements too, and all that. So this is essentially the overview of what I think it's going to look like. Just a very basic logging page, right? You have uh, your food sorted by the hour you put it in. You have your date selector on the top. Very simple. Add product button. Um, so you have the name of it, an emoji, kind of like giving you like a simple depiction of what that food probably is. That's AI generated too. So, sometimes it's not very accurate. It's just going based off, the whatever emojis is close enough to fit the food product. And on the far right, you can see the die less. Oh Jesus, the score estimated, right? And that's a whole another fucking topic for a video. Like, how do you calculate the DILA score? Like that's an algorithm I've been thinking about and working on too. Like essentially how it works is, I feed this data, your food product, to an AI. It generates for me based on my prompt, a very big prompt, like what is the toxicity profile most likely of this food based on research and studies? What's the nutritional quality of this food based on known research and studies from the internet? And then it returns this data to me, and then I'm going to use another algorithm, not really an AI algorithm, just like a math algorithm, to calculate what this predictable score fuck could be, right, on a scale of 0 to 100, where 100 perfect health promoting food and 0 is terrible. So you can see that score there, you have your ad product, and here is an overview of what like the ad product page would look like. So you can add a product by manual entry where you just type in the name of the food and the brand, like flavor profile, all the ingredients. Like if you want to, you just type whatever you want, and then the AI will find the food. And the second entry, which I think is the coolest, is where you take a picture of the food product. Convenient, easy, dynamic, gets the job done. It's really cool, I think. So, for example, I just took a picture of this Doritos picture because I'm not fucking eating Doritos, you know what I'm saying? So I have to Google this shit for the picture. And you can see how, I'll save the picture and then show it. The AI finds the name through text recognition. That's actually from Apple's algorithm, but anyways, and then it'll generate for you a brief description of this food product, like its nutritional quality, preservatives, the toxins, all that stuff. Give you a very quick, brief overview of it. And then the idea is, as you can see below, I have these gauges, these meters of the profile of the food, right? So we have nutritional risk, which is like, okay, how bad is this food for you? Below that, you have the toxins I've talked about a lot. So I like how that looks. It's definitely interesting. It's building up to something good, so that's cool. And then was that it? I could have sworn I fucking had more pictures. Jesus Christ. But yes, that's basically what the app looks like right now. So, jeez, oh fuck. So that's what it looks like right now. Again, I'm kind of at a loss. I'm at this crossroads where I don't really know what path to go down in terms of development. Because I can make anything, right? I can genuinely make anything I want, design wise, feature wise. I'm confident in my ability to do that, but it's kind of hard to make something if you don't really know where you're trying to go, right? So these are my current thoughts. If you have any suggestions, ideas, if anyone's even listening to this, I would really appreciate your input. Creativity and exploring ideas and talking to people is the only way we can make progress and move forward. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic fucking day. Let's get after it. Peace.